Hello, everyone. My name's David Crow. It's well after midnight here on the East Coast. I'm in Philadelphia, or outside of Philadelphia. I think we're about 3 hours behind you in Arizona right now. We're going to be 2 hours when we fall back an hour. So it's pretty late here. It's getting a little late there in Arizona. I'm luckiest man alive. I have the greatest wife. She's the best. Her name's Jennifer. I also have three wonderful kids. I have a 21-year-old named Jesse. He is in right now. It's St. Joe's University. He's a great kid. Hope my other two, if they turn out like him, people think my wife and I did a great job parenting. I don't know if we do, but he's a great kid. I have a daughter, Ava Crow. She is 8, going on about 15. We just spent a great day in New York on July 11th. Took the train up, went to the American Girl store. I'm excited for the winter class out in Arizona because you're having an American Girl store open up less than an hour from A.T. Still University. I may have to check that out if time permits. I have a 5-year-old son. He's going to be a professional baseball player. I always tell him his name's Cutter Crow. That's a very good baseball name for those of you who know baseball. About me, I work at LaSalle High School. It's an all-boys private Catholic school, very competitive in sports. They treat me very well there. A lot of respect for athletic trainers and what they do. It's a great place to work. I've been there 19 years, and I'll never leave. I'll stay there forever. No desire to ever leave. It's great. What evidence-based practice means to me, really, I don't know anything about it until started appearing in literature. To me, like a couple years ago, I started seeing it a little bit. Realized I have probably practiced it, just didn't know what it was. Continue, I get an injury I haven't had for a while, I'll go look it up. Try to find an article on it or some new rehab techniques for, any body part that I do a lot of. There's always new techniques coming out. So I guess that's a way of practicing evidence-based practice. I just didn't know what it was. As far as the 3 tenets, when I read the 3 tenets in the readings, the best available evidence, the clinical expertise, and then getting to know your patient and what their, I think you used the word values are. Wasn't a very great researcher, don't know how to find a lot of things. I didn't have access to a library. I had all my journals, so I was okay with that. That's where I need to improve on, and now I have access to the library at AT still, and I'll be learning how to research in class here. I'm very excited about that. As far as clinical experience, that's a strong point. I'm probably the oldest person in this program. I am 44. I don't know if you guys are having trouble, but I hope you're all in your 30s doing this, because now that I'm in my mid-40s, I'm having trouble seeing a computer screen. It's kind of tough, even when I make it bigger. It's just annoying, but I'll get through it. And I have, so I think I have a pretty good idea with clinical experience. I've had a lot of experience and with things that work and don't work. I can tell you an example in a second. Then patient values, do that all the time. I treat kids differently, whether they're a freshman playing on a freshman team or if they're a big varsity star player, have to be treated differently. An example of me using evidence-based practice and the PCOT the way of thinking, the patient intervention. I have several years ago, we had a wonderful quarterback on our team, had a chance to go really far. He got hurt. We needed him to play. It was playoff time. For like 5 weeks, he was in a walking boot constantly, unless he was practicing or doing rehab with me. And just through experiences, I didn't be super aggressive with the rehab because I couldn't irritate the ankle during the week because he had to play in a game. So we did light ankle work. He would go do his practice. As soon as he was done what he had to do in practice, very cooperating coach. He trusted me well. As soon as he was done, boom, took him right up, popped him in a cold whirlpool. He was done, took him out, put him in a walking boot. He was in a walking boot for like 5 weeks. It was tough. It was hard. Knew the patient, patient values, parent values. When you're in high school, you should also use parent values because you're dealing with a high school age kid. So that's one example. There's a whole bunch of those examples of where we're just trying to get kids through sometimes, and that's where evidence-based practice can really help a lot with me. I'm looking forward to the class. If anybody wants to do any, we have to sign up for the project we have to do. I'd love to do shoulder or concussion injuries, anything to do with baseball with the shoulder. I love concussion as well, or anything. So anybody that's still looking for a partner. Okay, look forward to working with you guys this year. Thank you very much.